It's Kyle here, and today I'm going to be talking about my 5 favorite books that I read in 2013. So, a note of clarification, these are just my favorite books that I read last year. I'm not saying these books were necessarily published in 2013, although a couple were. And also, I did get the idea for this video from a user comment on my last video for my 5 favorite Star Wars book characters. So that just brings me to the point that if you have any ideas for videos you'd like to see me explore in the future, let me know in the comment section below, and if the idea appeals to me, who knows, I might use that as a future video idea on this channel. So without the way, here's my 5 favorite books that I read in 2013. First up, you have Code Spell by Jackson Pierce. This is the last book in her fairy tale series. There's 4 books, and each book is inspired by a different fairy tale. She kind of used the fairy tale as a starting point, but then she comes up with her own unique storyline, characters, plot points, all that stuff. Code Spell was a great ending to the series. Really enjoyed it. Jackson Pierce is one of my favorite authors. Very talented, and I really look forward to see what she's going to be doing in the future. If you haven't read Jackson Pierce before, I'd strongly encourage you to read the first book in the series, Sisters Red. If you enjoyed that, then carry on with the rest of the series all the way through Code Spell, which did an awesome job in ending the series. Next up, you have The Good Earth by Pearl Buck. Sorry, having a hard time speaking today. This is one of these classics I'd always heard a lot about, but I'd never taken the time to read. Boy, am I glad I did. Such a great story, set in China with a very poor peasant family. The central character is really striving to make a better life for his family, so it's really about his struggles to just provide for a family, give them a secure life, and all the stuff he did to help sure that his family had everything they needed and wanted. It's something that can, transcends all culture. Even though this is set in China, it's about a Chinese family. Anybody from any country can really understand the central character's struggles of just trying to provide for his family and make a better life for them. Beautiful story, beautiful characters, and I'm very glad I finally took the time to read The Good Earth by Pearl Buck. Next up, you have Under the Dome by Stephen King. This is my 3rd favorite book I read in 2013. The main reason I read this book is I started to see the promos for the TV series that was coming out last year. Thought it looked really good, sounded like a unique idea, and I decided I want to read the book before I see the TV series. So I went out and got the book, read it, and really happy I did. Loved the book. Stephen King came up with such a unique idea. Really enjoyed it a lot. I think he did an amazing job of using several different characters, double-digit number of characters, but at the same time, you never feel like he gets lost by it. A lot of times when books cover that many characters, the author has a hard time juggling all the storylines, and it quickly becomes muddled. Stephen King does not allow this to happen with Under the Dome. So even though there's several characters, the storyline always makes sense, it always moves forward, it's always interesting, and the TV series was awesome as well. So I'd strongly encourage you to check out the book and the TV series. So Under the Dome by Stephen King. Number 2 is Allegiant by Veronica Roth, the last book in the Divergent trilogy. I'm sure everybody's familiar with the Divergent trilogy. Obviously, it's getting a lot of press with the movie fixing to come out. Allegiant is, in my opinion, a brilliant ending to the series. Often in YA dystopian novels, they follow the same formula. So many of the series that have been popular in the last several years all kind of have a very similar ending. Veronica Roth is not afraid to be unique, and the way this series ends is completely different from all the other ones. So I really enjoyed that. And at the same time, she wasn't being unique just for being the sake of unique. I think the ending makes sense within the storyline of the series. It really is one of my favorite endings to a series ever, and definitely probably for sure my favorite ending to a YA trilogy. I think she did a brilliant job with Allegiant. So if you haven't read Allegiant yet, definitely do it. Of course, if you haven't read the first 2 books in the series, do that first. But if you haven't got around to reading Allegiant yet, do it. In my opinion, you will not regret it. It's an awesome ending to an awesome series. And lastly, my favorite book I read in 2013, and now honestly one of my favorite books of all time, is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Much like Under the Dome, I read this because of the movie coming out, and I wanted to read the book before the movie. I'm a huge sci-fi fan, and this is one of the few sci-fi classics that you see on the top 10 list that I just hadn't got around to reading yet. No good reason why I had it, I just hadn't made the time. Really glad the movie came out that got me to read the book, because this book is awesome. It's easily in my top 10 list. It's borderline top 5 of my favorite books of all time. Great book, amazing storyline, amazing character. The movie was great as well. This is just such an awesome book. I really strongly encourage anybody that's a sci-fi fan, if you haven't read Ender's Game yet, correct that and read Ender's Game as quickly as possible. I do not think you will regret it. So those are my 5 favorite books I read in 2013. What was the favorite book you read in 2013? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, I'm part of 2 collab channels, Project Nerdy. We cover all sorts of nerdy stuff, and We Read Books, a collab channel that does all sorts of book reviews. Links to both those channels are in the description box below. Be sure to subscribe to both those channels, because I post videos on both those channels often. And if you enjoy this channel, you'll definitely enjoy Project Nerdy and We Read Books. Hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to let me know if you have any ideas for future videos in the comment section below, and I'll see you the next time.